Hello everybody, my name is Benny and welcome to the Fool's Apprentice. You know, you think I'd learned my lesson by now to double check everything before I proceed with, my videos. And Precious, who's my puppy, and when I mean a puppy, she's 13 years old, decided to come over because I started speaking and she knows that's a really good time to try to come in. That was her. If you didn't hear it, she was like making noises. And so she likes to jump on my lap, and she's a big dog. And so I decided to introduce you to her. But when I went to flip the camera over, I realized that I had not hit record, even though the audio was showing as working. And so it would have been a really good part of the video. But it is what it is, and maybe the opportunity will come up again when she just gets spontaneous and I decide, this is a good time for the world to meet her. Okay, so today we're going to go over a Kickstarter that I had been really excited about getting. It is Claire Mack's The RainShadow. I love this deck. I've already gone through it. I used it a couple of times. I couldn't wait. But the reason I was really excited about it is because I have her Faceted Garden Oracle and the Illuminated Earth Oracle. And I love these decks. And I just felt, if I love them this much, how could I go wrong with getting this one? So what we're going to do is we're going to go over the deck, talk about my impressions of it, see what my perspective is, considering I'm still within my first year of learning the tarot, and just compare them against the other two decks and just have a little fun while we're doing it. So if you give me a moment, I will flip the camera over and we'll get started. And I am back. So, super excited. So a couple things that I want to talk about is the Faceted Garden and the Illuminated Earth Oracle are currently on sale on her website as well as her Etsy shop. Now, the Illuminated Earth came out in 2018 and is currently selling for $50. The Faceted Garden Oracle came out in 2020 and is $60. And you'll be happy to know, if you're interested in the RainShadow Tarot, it is also currently being sold on her website and her Etsy shop for $60. And I think it's a really good deal for the deck that you're getting, the quality of the deck, and everything else that I'll be discussing. So let's take them out of their box. And, if you haven't seen these, I will tell you that I really love the quality. Like, this deck is very sturdy, beautifully colored up. It has, nice little texture on the inside, so it's just not a plain black box. You could see that it has coloring on the edges, really nice. And then same thing with this box. It's just really sturdy. So I'm never going to worry about this deck at all when it's in its box. And as well, this one has a sticker on the inside of one of the cards and then just black. But I just love the covers. I think they're just so beautiful. And again, one of the things that I really appreciate that some artists do is they give you some images of the decks some of the images that the decks have. So you get an idea of if you like the art style and if it's something you'd be interested in purchasing. I really, really dislike it when it's just text and nothing in the back other than information, because that doesn't really kind of help me. Also, when it comes to the guidebooks, they're very small. However, they have enough information that you can actually work with the deck. So for me, that hasn't been an issue. This one is a little book, stapled. Also, very small, but it has all the information that I need. Actually, the Illuminated Earth has a little bit more information. The paragraphs are a little bigger, but not much bigger. And, oh, do I have these backwards? I have some of them backwards, do I not? I sure do. Oh, I just have one backwards. Oh, it's the information card. Okay, as you can see, these are so beautiful. Like they, oh, I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love the colors, love the tones. The color choices I think are amazing. So I'm going to put these aside for a second so we can focus on the Rainbow Tarot. I love this image. I love, so the rainbow shadow, from what I read and then looking up what a rain shadow is, it's basically how the rain will come in on one side of a mountain, provide it with all, the water that it needs and the greenery grows, while the other side doesn't get the water as much and it's a little bit more desolate. Different kinds of plants grow. So it's like this yin and this yang almost, and it's depicted here. And the inside has her initials and the year that it was published, which I really like. Now, this little guidebook has a lot more information, but we'll get to that in a second. Oh my God, look at that fool. I love it. And his little black dog. I love it. Okay. All right, I gotta stop. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm in a really good mood right now. As tired as I am, it's the end of the day. Let me see, what time is it? I've had a long day. It's 8:30 at night, and here I am trying to relax, but no, Benny's got to do a video because I promised that I would, to myself, that I would get these out on a regular basis. So, right off the bat, you can see that if you choose to work with these decks together, they're going to work just fine. I mean, these are really pretty together. Look at that. I mean, it just works really nice. Okay, so let me put this back. Let's get this out of the way and go right into the RainShadow Tarot. And then I'll put these back in their boxes and they'll go back to their little home shelf. So, what happened to the little book? Nope. What did I do with the guidebook? Oh my gosh, here it is. Okay, so one of the things that I really, really like about this deck right off the bat is how the colors are kind of muted. She says that she has some lamination, and when I look at it, I could see it. It's very faint. I think one of the reasons she probably does that is because it allows the color to be a little bit more saturated, gives it a little bit more pop. But the colors are really, really soft. And she did the major arcana with charcoal and paint only, while the minor arcana, she really created collage utilizing the charcoal and the paint, but also a lot of images from books and magazines and vintage prints that she got at bookstores, library sales, and she used some mixed media. And the reasoning that I read is that she felt that the charcoal and paint really kind of had more weight, since the major arcana is such an important, powerful part of the tarot. And so it's 350 GSM cardstock. I mean, it'll come back. So I'm not worried about it not being able to get back to its original shape. And the guidebook is 56 pages. So let's go over the guidebook a little bit. It's pretty much the same size as the tarot, as you can see, the tarot card. And the information, I'll tell you, I'm going to say this over and over again. What I really appreciate is that the text isn't so small that you can't read it. It's a small book, but the text is easily, you can easily read it. She gives you an introduction. She really talks about the deck and how she created it, divination readings, and then she goes right into the image, the cards. She gives you a page, maybe one page in the back that you can write little notes. Why I would write notes on this only, I have no idea. That doesn't make any sense to me. But she also has black and white images throughout. So not all the images are in the guidebook and they're not in color. But she gives you enough information to work from. And we'll go over one of these when I shuffle the cards and let you see how it goes. Now the gilding, I like this gilding. It's one of my favorite gildings. It's matte and it feels like a gray. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, but not much. I think this is actually gonna stand the test of time, but it's really, really pretty. No flaking, nothing. So I'm really happy with that, and I think the silver works really nice. So let me zoom in a little bit, and then we'll start going over the cards. Zoom. All right. So right off the bat, I really love this card. Look at that peacock's feather, just fully giving yourself and jumping off with her little black dog instead of a little white dog. I just love it. I mean, you could feel the joy in this and the freedom of, beginning your journey. And there's the Magician. Really love that as well. It looks like some kind of a ghost of some sort with an open mouth, and there's a nose in the eyes. I haven't gone through the guidebook, so I don't know if it really has all that information as to why that is, but it's a beautiful card. The High Priestess. And I'm going to try to go pretty quickly because I don't like having these videos go for too long. I try to keep them under 30 minutes as much as possible. Oh, I love this Emperor card. Look at that. These are my colors, people. My colors. The Hierophant. Very nice. The Lovers. That's an interesting choice. The Chariot. Strength. I like the idea, this is me, that the strength comes from within. I just really, really love that. The Hermit. This really speaks of just being out there on your own because he's on a boat by himself in the middle of the sea or the ocean. And, there is no one else around, and you just really have to rely on your intuition and your wisdom and really reflect on just life, really. The Wheel of Fortune. I suspect some of these cards I'm not really going to get because of where I am in my learning. But it doesn't mean I don't appreciate the artwork. This deck just feels so earthy and very, very grounded. It's just, I really like this Death card. I love the little pops of color up here. Temperance. The Devil. Yeah. His toes are really separated. The Tower. Oh, talk about a massive change in a very short period of time. Things tumbling down with lightning and everything. The Star. The Moon. The Sun. Judgment, the World. Oh, I love this. I love this. This is so beautiful with the whale, the plants on the outside. That's lovely. The Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Three. Now, I will say that one of the things I don't necessarily like, I don't know if there's a perfect deck out there, but I do struggle sometimes with, pulling the cards apart. They don't really stick, but they don't really come apart easy sometimes. But I think as I work with this deck, that will change. The Four of Cups. Wow, look at all that energy in that Five of Cups. Oh, this is so pretty. Look at those colors. Oh my God, that's oh, look at this card. Oh my gosh. I don't believe that the video is going to give these cards justice. Wow. Nine of Cups. 10 of Cups. Page. Oh, the rabbit and the moth. I just love how she uses color and patterns to create emotion and imagery in the imagery. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. This is probably a deck that I'm going to have to study as well. The Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. What is in the middle of that? Is it like, it looks like there's, at first glance it looks like it's an eye, but I wonder if that's a planet in another universe on the inside. Okay, I'm gonna have to see if she mentions that somewhere. Three of Swords. Four of Swords. Okay. This deck definitely has an energy that for me is that's very calming, very grounded. The whole deck feels like there's an underlying sense of the coins, very material, very of the earth. There's this little woman in the background. Very nice. I love this photo. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is the Virgin Mary there. I'm going to have to look that up. But I'm pretty confident that is. The Ten of Swords. Oh, I like this. I like the fact that the swords aren't impaling, the being in the card. Okay. But there is that sense of finality, that sense of ending. There's the Page. Love that. Knight of Swords. Interesting. Travel by ship. Travel by land. Or maybe that his realm, that he commands, the waters, and the earth, and his kingdom around. Oh, and I got the Queen. I got this backwards. The Queen. She ain't messing around. There's somebody lying on the ground. Oh, the King of Swords. Wait a minute. Oh, it's the Knight. Okay, the Knight. I made a mistake. Okay, so he's a traveler. Okay, got it. And here is where he uses all his knowledge. Okay. The Pentacles, I like that one. Two of Pentacles. Sense of balance still. 3. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Now, I will say, I find this to be a very interesting card. I love the color, just this, gradient of black to white. It looks like the Big Dipper, almost. Can you see that? So that's another card I'm going to have to look at. And interesting, we go from this very dark, heavy place to all of a sudden this very bright, beautiful, alive scenery. I love that. There's the 7. And I like that the people aren't like the total focal point of these cards. Oh, I like this card. Oh, it feels like, watercolor. That's super nice. There is just so much that you can use in these images for a reading. Now, I will say, as I'm going through this, I don't get them all. But, that's what makes tarot fun, is you get something that's different, and you get to learn something new that kind of builds on the foundation that you're learning. Oh, I like this knight. Look at that. There's the queen. King. We got one more. The Ace of Wands. Like something's coming to some type of growth immediately out. That's just the beginning. Looking out and pondering. Oh, this is a beautiful card. I love that. Look at that. Look. Let's see. Come on, focus. Look at that. That's beautiful. God, this is stunning. Okay, the Five of Wands. The Six of Wands. The Seven. Ooh, I love this. I like it when it's just not the Eight Wands, coming across the card. Here you could see the movement occurring, that the inertia of things going forward, the effort that it takes to, get things going. I love this. Love this. Let me pick the rest of these up. Okay. 9. Is that another Virgin? No, it's not. 9, the 10 of Wands. That's a very strong and delicate card all at once. The Page. The Knight. The Queen. I love this little horse right here. And look at this amazing King. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let me zoom out and let's see how these cards shuffle. So I've already shuffled these cards. They're not necessarily rose petal, but they have that sense of like, they don't stick it much, but it has that feeling they kind of do. And they're new, so I hope they break in, but you can still, as you can see, shuffle them. I still can't like do this whole bend thing where it ruffles back in all beautiful. That's just not where I'm at. But really, really stunning. I honestly don't know if I will use them together. I already tried to use them together. And of course, because they're from the same artist, there's this cohesion. And they look stunning. But for me, they're a bit matchy-matchy. And so I'm going to experiment to see if I can find some other oracle cards that would pair nicely with this. And if I don't have any in my stash, I'm going to have to go on the hunt. And let me tell you, I don't need any more decks. I'm going to tell you that it is grotesque with how many decks I have been able to accumulate in the last, 11 months? Ugh. But anyways, so let's see. I mean, it's okay. I can overhand shuffle. It's not too bad, but see, you have to kind of work them through. But yeah, not too bad. So let's do a card. We'll go into the book and let's see what the guidebook says. And we will take this one. So these are the backs. So you'll know if it's reversed or not. It's a very beautiful back. And we got the world. Oh, the world is my oyster. All right, let's see what the book has to say. The World. Give me a second. I gotta. I think she has them in the back. Yeah, she has them in the back. The World. Okay, let me take a sip of water. And it just happens that she actually has this in the card. All right, The World. Wholeness and completion, unity, self-realization. Release your micro view and allow the borders to dissolve. The world is you and you are the world. You have realized your potential and can freely embrace all of the elements that have made up your journey. Enjoy this state of harmony and grace as you prepare for your next adventure into the mystery. And let me tell you, that's the truth. You know, we have an idea of what tomorrow's going to look like. Sometimes we have an idea of what it's going to look like as soon as we walk out our front doors. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, things don't go as expected. So I can really get the idea that, you know, our experiences are a mystery as soon as we walk out of our home. I love this idea that the world is you and you are the world, that we are one and we're, that there's no sense of difference. It's just this great sense of unity. And I have this idea of like, I don't exist unless something else exists. So that really works really well with me. And then really to broaden your view, release your micro view and allow the borders to dissolve. You know, just be very open-minded, allow your spirit to broaden itself. Don't be so concrete in your thinking, you know, just very black and white. You know, a lot of my world experiences really lived in the gray, but really in the rainbow. But that's another story. So let me flip the camera over and we'll have a little chat. One moment, please. I'm back. Okay, I think that I'm gonna really love this deck. If you like the oracle cards that she made, I really believe that this is a tarot deck that you'll like as well. I think for an indie deck, I think it's reasonably priced. The cardstock on all of them are really, really good. These will last for years. I think you could have like really manhandle them, abuse them, and they will hold true. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this review, this walkthrough of the cards. I wish I had a lot more to say, but I don't. I think they speak for themselves. Until next time, my name is Benny, and I'm the Fool's Apprentice. Have a nice evening. Bye, guys.